This video is a case study in a certain type of person who refuses to examine their own premises when they're found to be in error, and who refuses to accept constructive criticism that's offered to him. The subject of this case study is a YouTube user. You may know him as Aaron0883. The meat of the argument against the ideas that Aaron0883 has been expressing about education is in a series of videos that were created by Mr. Cropper, and I don't want to rehash all of that material. You can go look at those if you'd like. I'm going to talk about my own interactions with Aaron. Early in my own YouTube experience, I found some of Aaron's videos, watched a couple, and after exchanging a couple comments with him, quickly established that he had no value to offer. So I stopped watching his videos, although sometimes they would show up in some of my tag subscriptions. Then a couple months ago, a friend of mine was recommending that I watch some of Aaron's videos about education. Now, she could convince me to do just about anything, so I did, despite my prior judgment, go and watch those videos. So I gutted it up, and I watched through all of them. It was like watching a train wreck about to happen. All the foreboding. I knew where it was heading, and then it was awful. At one point, I was so frustrated with the videos, I gave one of them 1 star because it was so bad. In response to that one measly star that I left on his video, Aaron had commented on my channel, and it says as follows: I never have a problem with someone giving me a bad rating. However, I am interested in any ideas that contradict mine. I would love to hear your disagreements with my videos. Now, I couldn't briefly encapsulate what was wrong with his videos. So I didn't make a comment, and I really didn't have the time to make any video responses because of work. So I didn't. It wasn't worth it to me. Since that time, I've spent some time with other YouTube users making fun of Aaron's ideas, and also there was the excellent series of videos that Mr. Cropper had created. So in a lot of ways, my ideas about his videos had some time to gel and coalesce and condensate into their brief essence. And then today, as part of one of my tag subscriptions, one of Aaron's videos appeared. It was called Education, Parents, Objectivism, etc. And after watching that, I was able to consolidate and compress my ideas about his thinking on parenting and education to the point where I could fit it within the brief 500 characters that YouTube allows in a comment. So my comment to him read as follows: A, your ideas on education and parenting lead to one result, the breeding of incompetence. Any other result is coincidental and attributable to factors other than your recommended method. For your self-education, so that you can self-discover your corrupting, fallacious premise, I recommend that you study Hersey and Blanchard's situational leadership. Now, for anybody that is familiar with management theory, they would be familiar with that, and it would be like the Guinness commercials where everybody is saying, "Brilliant!" Now, it's brilliant because I've accused Aaron essentially of not only ignoring the needs of the learner at the D1 stage, but that he is in opposition to and highly critical and dismissive of the techniques of the S1. Now, if that didn't make any sense to you, just like it didn't make any sense to Aaron, then I'd recommend that you read Hersey and Blanchard's work on situational leadership. Or you could learn about it the same way I did and watch The Karate Kid. Now, I don't have Aaron's literal comment back to me because he's deleted my original comment, deleted his response, deleted my response to his response. So the essence of his response to that was that he really, really, ideally, would have liked to have asked me for what was the basis of my disagreement, what substantiation did I have for that. However, that it was evident to him that the only thing that I wanted to do was be condescending and, what was the other thing? Rude. I was being rude. Now, all the people that know me would never describe me as being condescending and rude, except for one person. And I don't think that Aaron would want to be considered in that same company if he could think about the consequences of that. However, in response to what he had said about my comments, I responded as follows. And one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because my response was extremely witty and didn't deserve to be deleted. Actually, I was being benevolent. I specifically identified one of your errors and provided you with a further citation as a guide for your correction. Now, breaking away from that comments, I've done this with other people. I know I've done this with one of my subscribers where if somebody makes an ignorant error, I identify that they've made an error, that it was ignorant, and I give them a citation for where they can go get more information. However, because the amount of information that can be communicated within a short video of only 10 minutes or within a brief comment is often too limited to communicate the information that that person is lacking, that's why I give the reference. Continuing with the comment. Further, I was attentive of your context and repeated your own jargon back to you so that you could better relate to the direction that I was offering. So, breaking away from the comment, I'm listening to him and I am emoting and reflecting back to him the same types of ideas that he's expressing, yet he refutes his own ideas by rejecting the technique that he advocates. Returning to my comments. As for being condescending, by choice I can be, but I prefer the word patronizing. For example, I could have said, I find your video confusing and that I can't decide whether you are ignorant or stupid. So my working theory is that you are ignorant with stupid tendencies. See the difference? Ignorant with stupid tendencies. Where did my subconscious come up with that one? Hey, if someone can tell me where my subconscious stole that from, I would love to give it a citation because that one was really good. Getting back to the comments. As for defending my claims, that was what he was talking about. He was talking about how he'd like me to defend what I had said. So, as for defending my claims, you are unworthy of my making that effort because your conceptual framework is so disintegrated. This is why I directed you to a reference that would give you the opportunity to disentangle your thinking. At this point, you may continue to object that I have dealt with you rather roughly, but I have simply treated you justly.